Buddy. Well, I thought we would start here with a close-up. And I was just starting here because Logan was being so cute and silly. This is just an empty Amazon package I just opened and took everything out of, and then I left it here for a minute. And I come back and he is just sleeping on it. Of course, I guess we just woke him up, but still. Pretty cute stuff. I'm trying to figure out what control I need to do here to get chat to show up. There we go. Now I found the control. All right, good. Now I've got chat. So, not that anybody's saying anything yet. All right, so I wanted to do a few things on the close-up today. Oh, there we go. Hi, everybody on chat. The first thing that we are going to do is go in and see Jumper. But then, hi, Maggie. As soon as we're done with Jumper, we will go see the other kittens, which I'm sure is what you guys really want. Here's little Jumper in her sunroom. She was out all night. That's why she's in the sunroom now. She's been spending most of the day out, but we switched it up last night. We had her out all night. We had Maggie in here. And little Jumper. Oh, you're such a sweetheart. Here, let's see if we can get her to show you what a sweetheart she is. I did bring a toy also, though. I brought a couple toys. Hi. Oh, there needs to be better light in here, doesn't there? We can get a little bit more light in here if we come over here for a sec. I think it's, there we go, okay. That's not much though, that really didn't make much of a difference. That's okay. Hi. Hi, look how cute you are. Oh my goodness, can I sit here with you? I hope you guys can hear her purring for us, if she will. Got a purr going, kiddo? Okay. She's such a sweetie. Come here. Come here. Let's sit this way so that I can see what's going on a little bit, okay? Sit here for 1 second and I'll see if I can read the chat while we do this at all. Probably not. Oh, but I can switch to the front camera here, can't I? Can we do this? I did put this on a tripod. Let's just see if this works. Hang on. Look at that. Hi, everybody. Good to see you. Looking sharp. Or wait, that's me. Hey, good to see me. Looking sharp. All right. So little Jumper here does need to still find her adopter. And I don't know what to say about her, except she's a wonderful, sweet little kitten. She is, as her name implies, Jumper. She's a little jumpy. She gets spooked very easily by almost anything, and I'm surprised. I don't even see it coming half the time. We'll be sitting here snuggling just like this, and just out of nowhere, she'll just freak out and jump out of my arms. Then she comes right back after she realizes there's actually nothing going on. But little things can definitely spook her. But she is, as you can see, really sweet. She loves to snuggle. She purrs. And she's still just a kitten. She loves to play. Let's see if I can show you some of that while we're sitting here. Like I said, I brought a couple toys with me. One of them is a ribbon on a stick, always a winner. And the other is a laser, which I do know she likes, but she doesn't get to see very often. It's actually a ribbon on a back scratcher, kind of a stick, right? Hi. Okay. Well, you got it. Now what are you going to do? There we go. What are you looking at, kiddo? Come on, show them what you can do. Show them you're a tiger. It is a back scratcher. Yes. Here, look, we can scratch you too. Okay, here we go. Let's scratch your little back. Okay, so what else do I need to tell you about Jumper? I guess not much else. She's just a wonderful little kitty. She does get along with everybody here except for Maggie, and I think that's Maggie's fault. She gets along fine with everybody else. So I think she would get along well with other cats, but I do remember it took her a little while at first to decide that the other cats were okay. So I would expect it to take a little bit of adjustment if you have a cat. She's also fine by herself. She doesn't mind just being kind of solo. She doesn't love being left alone, of course. She'll come and meow at the door if she thinks you're outside. Um, but she does okay. I think she would be fine as an only cat, too, if that's the way you were going to go with her. She's the way that I see you guys talking about how your cats play with ribbons and they grab it and run off and stuff. I've noticed that cats have different play styles. Ari also plays like Jumper, and they also have the same big wide eyes all the time too. She's got those eyes that look like she just saw a ghost almost all the time, just like Ari does. But they both have the same way of playing. Neither one of them really grabs onto something and tries to take it away or hang on to it. In fact, you can see that she's almost more interested in watching, and if she does grab it, she lets it go right away so she can play again. She doesn't try to hang on to it. And Ari's the same way. He doesn't try to hang on to a toy. He just wants to grab it and then let it go so he can grab it again. So they're smart that way, I think. Whereas Loganberry, he is very possessive of his toys, and his number one impulse when he gets a toy is to try to run away with it and keep it from everybody else. Well, except me, I guess. He brings me his toys. Lots of mornings I wake up and Logan's piled all of his toys next to me overnight. That's right. You got to let go to keep playing. Exactly. So she's good at that. I mentioned too how good she is about playing with other stuff too, like my monitor. She loves to watch the simple games that I play that are easy for her to follow, or the mouse pointer, or stuff that's moving around like that that's real simple. She loves to watch it. But just like with this, she's really good about sort of just sitting and watching and not needing to like jump up and hit your monitor or be in the way all the time, which is really nice. She makes a perfect little desk companion that way. Okay, let's go see some kittens. I know that's what we're waiting for. Let me just remind you, if you want to adopt Little Jumper, you know how to do that. Our front door is freaking out, and now DJ's freaking out about the front door freaking out. It's fine. I set it to ring a ringtone when there's a package delivered and somebody's delivering a bunch of packages, and it rings each time. I don't know if you can hear those going off in the background. So I just interrupted myself with all that because my phone was popping up all DJ's messages. Now I have no idea what I was saying, except definitely apply to adopt Little Jumper on our website, kitten.academy. You guys know that. You know to apply at kitten.academy. And if you do apply, she can be adopted anytime. She's ready to go right now. Also, this is unusual for us. We don't normally do anything to deliver kittens. We would require everybody to come and pick them up here. But in her case, I would bring her back to Connecticut and meet you at DAWS if that's the way you wanted to adopt her, if that's easier for you. Or you could pick her up here, either way. Now, I know you heard that. So let's see, you can see the delivery truck out there. It's just bringing, because he keeps bringing things to the door. All right, Logan's still here, holding down the fort. Maggie. Okay, now you can hear how annoying that is, right? It's going to keep doing it too. Wow, he is delivering a lot of stuff. That's weird. I don't have that much stuff coming. Okay. So let's go in here and see some babies now. Saw Maggie. Okay. Hopefully we don't lose the signal at all. The Wi-Fi here has been really good. Oh, what did you say? That's what I thought you said. I don't know why you have to talk to me like that, though. Yeah? Say it again. I want to hear your voice. That wasn't enough. Come on. Give me a big one. Say something. Yeah? You want to talk to the people on YouTube? What do you want to tell them? Nothing, huh? So this is our Momcat Scribbles. She does kind of have a hoarse meow. I think that's normal for her, probably. It's cute. And she's chilling just outside the box, taking a little break from all of her kids, who were doing great, by the way. And they have names now. I don't know if you've heard their names yet. I think I did talk about them during mailbag yesterday, but this is the first close-up that we're doing with them. So I will tell you those names as well. I think DJ may have already weighed the babies this morning, actually, now that I think about it. Was that this morning? I think it was. But we can weigh them again ourselves and see how they're doing, and then we can introduce them and see each of them up close. Take a little second with them. She's looking really good, isn't she? She takes such good care of herself. I know with the day that she turned up, she was really dirty, but I think that she was really dirty just from the transport. I think she's normally a very clean, like meticulously clean kitty. The box has been kept really clean. She takes care of all their poops really well. She's cleaned herself up fantastically twice now, once from the transport and once from giving birth to these kittens. All the kittens are just kept perfectly clean and beautiful. The little fuzzy furs everywhere. So she's doing a real good job. And, if you just watch the close-ups, I don't know if you've seen her since the day that she showed up. And was very dirty, disheveled looking, we'll say. And now she's extremely shoveled. She keeps herself well shoveled. That's not a thing, is it? I tried, though. All right, well, let's meet some babies and take some weights. Donkey Shane is here. He's wearing his name tag, which has surely got to throw off his calibrated weight just a little bit. Let's take his name tag off, see if he weighs the right amount. There we go. All right. Yes, all right, we still work. Gravity still works. Good job, buddy. You verified it. Here, you can just stand here. You can be scale for the kitties and spread out your little magnetic feet. He's got little magnets in his feet so he can stay there. All right, we'll zero that out. Okay, let's meet the kittens. If you guys haven't met them yet, so this is our first kitten. We'll go in birth order, number 1. I'm going to try to remember the names without looking at the cheat sheets that are right back there. This is Manifesto. Now you remember Mom is Scribbles, so Manifesto is our boy. He's a little black and white tuxie, as you can clearly see. He weighs 7 ounces on the nose. And he's got a donkey friend right here who is about the same size as him. You guys look alike. You got a lot in common there, don't you? These kids are, what, 4 days old today, I think? Something like that. And 5 days old? I've lost track. Anyway, they're just a few days old. They haven't opened their eyes yet. Eyes typically come on an average of the 10th day. So it could be a little sooner, could be a little later. I think our record is something like 5 days. Okay, which Audio Coffee says today they're 5 days old. So I think 4 or 5 days is our record for the youngest eyes ever. These guys, I don't think they're going to match that record. They look like they still got them closed. I know, buddy. I know. You're so bothered. I know. And your mom really cares when you kids yell, so she's going to be bothered that you're doing that. So this is little Manifesto, or Man. He's one of the 2 males in this group. We're going to put him back in the cage there, in the box with his mom. There we go. The other boy, there's only 2 boys, 3 girls in this group of 5 kittens. The other boy is right here. This is Brochure. He is an orange boy, and his eyes are also not open yet. I hope this would focus a little better here. I can't quite get that to focus, and I can't. That's fine though. Anyway, so those are just shadows. He's not showing his eyes yet. But that's little Brochure, or Bro. I think it's really cute and clever that we managed to name the boys Man and Bro. So this is little Bro. And yeah, he's a chonker. I don't think he weighs anymore. In fact, he weighs less according to this, 6.8. But he looks much bigger, doesn't he? He also feels bigger. I think he's like less dense. He's a little marshmallowy. Anyway, so that's little Brochure, or Bro. And his eyes are not yet open yet. Here, actually, if I zoom in this way, will it switch to the zoomed in camera? All right, let's try this. We might be able to get a good macro shot of his face this way for you if we just turn him around. Here we go. There we go. There's the shot right there. What do you think? So you can see there's shade. There's a little bit of shade there. So from the regular camera, it looks like he might have his eyes open. And he squints and stuff. So you'll see him moving around like his eyes are open. But they're not yet. There's nothing to see there yet. So that's brochure. Little bro. Okay. I don't know which camera, how far I'm supposed to be zoomed out at this point now. So we'll just keep playing by ear. So that's our little boy bro. Okay, now we're getting a girl who's having a slap fight with her brother right now. That's good for them. If you haven't seen before, they right from day one they will fight each other as they're nursing on mom, and it's a good way for them to sort of build up their muscles and their reflexes and stuff. So it's important play for them to do. So this is the first girl. This is Sonnet. There we go, little Sonnet. You can tell her apart from her brother, Bro, because Bro is mostly orange with a little bit of white, and she's mostly white with a little bit of orange. She is the lightest in the group, 6.1. That's particularly light. I'm gonna just double check that real quick. Pick her up, set her down. Yeah, it looks like she's 6'1", 6'2", right in there. Okay, let's try that trick again where we zoom in from a distance to try to get her face in here for you. There we go. So she's not quite open yet either. You can tell when they are open because you'll see a little bit of a reflection shine, and it opens from the inside corner. It'll be a little more obvious than that once it's really going. So she's not quite there yet. I know. She is the biggest complainer in the group. If you weren't watching during their birth, she's the one that yelled the most, and she's still the one that is the most likely to be yelling. So the fact that she's not complaining about all this is good. I guess she's decided that we're all friends. Push our luck a little bit here and give her some real bothering. There we go. There we go. So that's our little Sonnet. There we go. She likes to complain. I've been thinking of her as Sonnet the grudge hog. It's the closest thing I could come up with. It doesn't really work, which is why I haven't said it sooner. But whatever. Okay, so then we have, next up would be, this one is Lore, was the next one born. Lore is, of course, a girl. You can tell just by looking at her. She's got the same markings as Mom, who's black and brown and white. Mom does have some white on her somewhere I was going to point to, but I don't know if I can. So I think that technically makes this little girl a calico. This is Lore, by the way, if I didn't say L-O-R-E, Lore. Just like Data's brother on Star Trek, 6.8 ounces. And little tiny Lore has the prettiest face. Let's see here if we can see that. She's got these just striking markings, and that red, this is going to be so red when she gets a little bit bigger, this little orange patch right on, like a flame right on the top of her noggin. So she's got a real pretty face. She is, like I said, probably technically a calico. People like to say if they've got any white on them at all, then that makes them technically a calico. But I would describe her as a tortie just because her black and orange is a little bit more mixed. I don't know what word I'm looking for there. There's definitely, hi. Okay, there we go. That's fine. Was Lore from Star Trek spelled L-O-R with no E? Was it really? I really don't think I knew that. I think I've spelled it L-O-R-E the whole time. Space Doc 8. If that's true, I'm learning that for the first time right now, as far as I'm aware. Anyway, that's Lore, L-O-R-E, the little girl, this one here, who's going to grow up to look a lot like her mom, who is beautiful. And then finally, we have a dilute tortie calico, who is the same coloration as Lore, but Haiku here is the dilute version. So the black is like a dull gray color, maybe silvery. I shouldn't say dull. There's nothing dull about it. But instead of being black, it's gray. Instead of being this red, it's more of sort of a tan color. White stays white, though. what are you gonna do? So, there we go. This is Haiku, as I said, also a little girl. And like I mentioned, she is I would describe her again as a tortie, but because she's got white, I think a lot of people would describe her as a calico anyway. You can see she's got some really cool sort of markings on her face when she gets a little bigger. She's going to have a bit of a mask, like a Phantom of the Opera style mask. 6.3 seems a little light. Let's just get a second opinion right there. Okay, good. Well, we are weighing you awfully soon. We didn't give you a full 24 hours to gain, but you guys are doing great anyway. So that's Tiny Haiku. You can see she's got white, and you can see the gray, and you can see like the tan, sort of what would be a red or orange on a cat that was not dilute. But she's very dilute. And I do think she's going to be floofy. I think that they all are probably, right now, if I had to guess, I would say they're probably all going to be long-haired. But we'll see. It's so hard to tell at this age. It's really just a guessing game. She also, her eyes are starting, they look like maybe this eye's got a little bit of crusty going on, which might be a sign that it's going to be opening soon. Let me take my glasses off and get a close look at her face myself. Let's see here. Hi. There's not really anything to see there. She's pretty, though. She's a pretty little girl. She's got that going for her. Yeah, you do. Okay. So that's our group, our new group. You've met them all now. This is Haiku and her two sisters and two brothers. Let's see if I can go over them again and get them even remotely correct. In order, we have Manifesto, the little boy. We have Brochure. We have Sonnet, Lore, and Haiku. Yeah, hey, look at that. I did do it. And I wasn't even looking at the sheets. Now, I remember when we used to do close-ups all the time, often I would take the camera and put it in the box with them. So let's take this off and see if I can get right in there and have some real close-ups with all of them. I like this camera's doing a pretty good job of staying focused even close up, which is nice. Oh, where'd that face come from? Yeah, pretty good, but not perfect. Matt, you said it all right. Look at the way Brochure's hair is standing up on his head. That's too silly, buddy. That's too silly, isn't it? Yeah. Well, there you have it, folks. I didn't think that we would make this, 20 minutes long this time. I thought we were going to go easy, but we did all right. So we will try to do this a little bit more often. Meanwhile, if you want to keep watching the kittens, you know exactly where to go to keep watching the kittens. I know you know. I don't have to tell you that. I hope you do. And I hope you send some people our way just for the sake of helping find adopters for Jumper now and these kids someday in the future, a few months down the line. All right. Thanks, everybody.